All right. Well, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm your host once again, Dan Thornton. I want to thank you all for tuning in today. Lions Talk Live. A little bit of a late evening, early, I don't know what you want to say, but it's around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm got a little bit of news before I head off to another appointment. Figured I'd throw it at you guys and see what you guys have to say about this. I thought it was a little interesting. I wouldn't anticipate that this is going to go down, but one never knows, right? So there are a few different outlets, and yes, I know a few of you guys have mentioned this before, and I see a couple of people, Don Berg coming at me. Yep, Campbell, yes, correct. Michael, good evening, Coach and Do Crew. What up, Coach? Question marks. Super Bowl or bust, 100% Motown Mitch. Let's go, 100%. So real quick, before I get back to that, it's starting to fly around a little bit more and more, and I get it's the dead time of the year, so some stories are going to get a little bit more traction than others. But here's what I got for you. There are multiple outlets, not just one, not just two, but there are several reporting that potentially the Detroit Lions have had some conversations and will continue to have conversations with all-pro defensive end / tackle Calais Campbell. Most of you guys know who he is, but if you do not, he is a former All-Pro defensive lineman. He's been with a number of different teams, Atlanta, Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't know. I'm sure some others in between. But despite being 37 years old, I mean, he's played very well. He's played very, very well. In fact, last year, his season with Atlanta, he had 56 tackles, 6.5 sacks, forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. All that on limited snaps because of his age. They do give him a little bit of a limited snap count, or I guess a pitch count if you want. But most of you know who this guy is, and I think it'd be an intriguing addition. You got Davenport, you got Lee McNeil, you got James Houston, my friend and yours. We've got a lot of people in that rotation there. And I want to be clear, I'm not saying we signed him. I'm saying the Lions apparently have had some conversations with both Campbell and his representation. I don't think they're signing him just because of his last name either. Anyway, to me, I guess it really comes down to A, how much is it going to cost to get him, and B, if I'm a coach, what do I really think his rotation is? Because for him to get snaps, you got to take snaps away from other people. Would this be an indictment if they signed him that, hey, Joshua Pascal is just not going to really be a factor in their opinion, or James Houston, or whoever else they have in the mix, Davenport or whoever. I like the idea just because I think it gives you more flexibility on the line of scrimmage, especially on like a second and long or third and long, because he can play inside just like he can play outside. And hey, we all know in this day and age, since the league throws about 65% of the time, you need more people to get a quarterback, even at his age, 37. He's probably got a few snaps left in him. I don't know if anything is going to happen with this, but a number of you on the shows repeatedly for a few weeks have brought this name up, so I wanted to get it out to you guys. Let's get your guys' thoughts. And again, I can't make it a long video. I got some stuff going on today. Don, Calais Campbell, yes, indeed. Michael, good evening, Coach. Good evening, Coach. Do Crew, exclamation points. What up, Coach? Super Bowl or bust? Motown Mitch, let's go. Colby, did we sign Campbell? No, we didn't sign him, but apparently the Lions have had some conversations with him. Now, multiple outlets are reporting this is a person of interest. It makes sense for the Lions to get him. I would agree. Me just being me, not really having watched 50 hours of film on him from last season, I think he would be a nice depth piece. Are there other options out there? Man, it's hard for me to imagine there's somebody out there that's going to have his experience that can probably give you a legitimate snap count. Probably, I'm guessing 20 a game would be about his limit at this point, because you don't want to take too many away from other players. But veteran presence, been there, and he can play inside or out on particular downs. Nathan, second person to hit the like button this time. There you go. Hey, okay, if you guys can, real quick, take a second on your day, hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so, making a push to get to 5,700 subs. And we're about, 40-some subs away. Let's see. Already got Nathan. All right. Walt, what up, Coach? Woo! The first woo of the show. And what up, Walt? Hopefully having a good one. Don, Calais Campbell is old as me. And you, Coach. Man, I've got about 15 years on him, man. But yes, he is old by NFL standards. He is 37. I think he might even be 38 by the time the season kicks off. But I don't know. I guess it really does, like I said, depends on where you see everybody in the rotations. How much are you going to get out of him? And then what is the cost to sign him? That's another big one. Bo, had to get Goff and Co re-signed before getting Calais? It could be. Yeah, want to take care of your own before you bring in somebody new. I totally get that. And by the way, I know I've done a few videos on Goff's numbers as more and more information comes out. I didn't really want to do another one with the info that came out, the full digested contract today. If you guys haven't checked it out, go look it up online or whatever. But I will say this. His numbers look incredibly team-friendly the next few years, and see where it goes from there. All right, Don, and yes, and Walt, hit the like button for Dan. Hit it all for the dude channel. Hit it for me. Hit it for you. You know what? That's not what you can do for this channel. Ask what this channel can do for you. There you go. Josh, woo! Let's go. There we go, Josh. Don, ban the woo. You know what? I won't even do it just for you. I'll just say woo. There you go, Don, just for you. All right, Colby Campbell is ancient. He is, man. I think he was on Madden 92. I'll put it that way. So, yes, he's been around a while. Michael, oh, no, more fake news and Lions Talk Live? Not really, man. I mean, Michael, you can find it on tons of different outlets. So, there you go, man. Colby, 30 freaking 7. Yes, he is not young by any stretch of imagination. Michael, LOL, this is the same guy that said we were getting. No, Michael, your English, I get, man. You probably have a translation app. I never said we were getting him. If you go back and check out the content, Michael, I said they were in conversations with him. Now, I know when you first met your first person that was, that you wanted to get in a relationship with, you made the commitment to him and married him. But that usually doesn't happen. Most people do talk to other people before they make a commitment. Same with like the first time you got a car. I'm guessing the first car you ever saw, you said, hey, we're going to go get that one. We're not going to check out other ones. So, Michael, new to sports, I totally understand, man. But usually most teams do talk to other outlets and other teams about multiple different players. Now, you've also come at me before about saying the Lions had no interest in Burns out of Carolina. And yet our GM came out and said he talked to Carolina. You also came after me saying that we had no interest in Montez Sweat. And yet with Brad Holmes came out and said they talked to him about Sweat, among other players. So, hey, it's up to you, man, what you want to do. But, it's real lonely in a foxhole, and apparently you like to live there. So have fun with that, man. All right, here we go. Here's Johnny. Let's have a freak athlete of his age. Yeah, he's a freak athlete for his age. He is, man. He is. Is that still you? Hello, coach and crew. Like the move. It's good to have vets, especially for OTAs more. And again, I want to be clear. Is that still you? I'm not saying we've signed him. I'm saying there are multiple outlets reporting that the Lions have talked to him. And even though Michael is a bit of a hater, and hey, it's okay to be Michael. It's lonely at the top, man. You can find this out online. You can find it on multiple different spots. So go ahead and check it out. MSN has it. Let's see. NFL.org has it. There's tons of different outlets that have it. But a simple Google search will be able to produce this content. So, Michael, even though you think it's fake news, I guess everybody else is fake with it. It is a group effort to make it fake then across the interweb. So have fun with that, man. All right, let's see. Rob, Calais Campbell is old, but still has some juice in the tank. I would think so, man. I would think so. But again, I don't think you'd want to make him a starter or give him a ton of reps every game. But could you get 20-ish out of him? Sure, you could probably do that. All right, Gary, good evening, coach. With this new defensive backfield, Campbell would just add much needed pass rush help. Nothing wrong with the solid vet. Yeah, and somebody to maybe help develop and work with some of the younger guys. So I could see the advantage of it. Now, if I'm Campbell, though, would I want to be around for the full year or half the year? I guess as a vet, his age and his abilities, it'd be a real question mark to me where they would sign him and when they would sign him. Patrick, only if we can get him for a good price. I agree with that. I would not overpay for him by any stretch of the imagination. Nathan, what do you got? Only if we got him for $1 General Brad price. There you go. I like that one. Yes. But, I'll say this, Nathan, man. $1 General Brad ain't so $1 General anymore. He might be Gucci. Gucci. I don't know how you even say it, but that, that high-end purse stuff or whatever. Gucci. There we go. Yes. He might have elevated himself up beyond $1 General with this offseason spending spree. All right, Rob Patrick, we're talking about dollar store homes. Yes, we are. If he signs, it'll be cheap. I like the way you guys are thinking. All right, Nathan, go Lions. Do woo. There you go. All right, Patrick. LOL. Very John Kadishki. Yes, there you go. Motown. What do you got? Would like it as a depth piece in rotation. Yeah, and again, just to be clear, I'm not saying they're going to sign him. I'm saying there are multiple outlets saying that they have talked to him. Let's see. Sherm, what do you got? We need all the Campbells. Yes, we could have get all of them that we can. There we go. And is that so you? Michael likes to hear what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. There are a lot of people online like that. And like I think I've told you guys before, even when I worked for newspapers or TV stations, there were people that would absolutely hear what they want to hear. You could try to walk them through every word, and they would still hear something completely different or read something different. So it is what it is, man. Rob, it's not fake news. It's speculation, and that's not news. Okay, we'll go with that. Yep. All right, Don, the triple C's, Jack, Dan, Campbell. There you go. Yeah, we could have them all, man. Walt, way to get Mike. Yep, there you go. Paul, who are we talking about? Calais Campbell. Calais Campbell. I'm sorry if I mispronounced his name, but he's been in the league for an incredibly long time. High productive, very good player. Yeah, it just comes down to really you bring him in. How much gas do you think he has left in his tank? But I do think because he can play inside and outside on passing downs, he'd add some real value. Here's Johnny, Calais Campbell. Yep. Paul, Don, Paul, Calais Campbell. Yep. Josh, trade for Brandon Arroyo to Detroit this offseason. You know, I know there have been some that have speculated that and talked about it, rumored it or whatever. Man, I just wonder because he's going to want to get paid after the season. Could you keep him, or do you just take him? One, you would make the 49ers a little weaker. I guess that would be part of it. The other part is you would make yourself stronger. It would just come down to, I think, what it would take to acquire said asset. Is that so? Your rumor of interest in the older vet, rumors of interest in the older vet C. Calais Campbell topic? Yes, that is the topic. Yes. Don, Josh is willed to give up first round pick, huh? Not Brad Homestyle. No, I would think there's no way we're going to give up a first round pick. And, you know, I know we brought it up earlier with Montez Sweat. I think really that's what kept the Lions from getting him last year. I think the third was probably palatable to him. And obviously we traded the third, so it could have happened. But when the Bears went up to a second, the only way to supersede the Bears' offer of a second-round pick is to give up a first, and I just don't think Brad Holmes was going to do that. And we're probably, at this point, pretty happy that he didn't. All right, Nathan, what do you got? Love your show, exclamation points, best in the business. Thanks for that, man. Keep it up, coach. You are the best. Woo! Don Burst. There you go. All right, sorry. For Don. Woo! Woo! There you go. There you go, Don. Hey, I kept it down that time for you. Walt, ban the trolls. There you go. Hey, it happens, man. There's some in every aspect of life, man. All right, Patrick, I meant that you were procrastinating. John F. Kennedy. Yes. Yeah. I was go ahead and paraphrasing John F. Kennedy Jr. Correct. Yeah, one of my favorite presidents ever, and multiple reasons. So, man, I would love to do a show on him and the magic bullet, but that's not for Lions Talk Live. All right, guys, I'll go ahead and get out of your hair. If you haven't yet subscribed to Lions Talk Live, please consider doing so. If you enjoyed the video or other videos, hit the thumbs up button. Otherwise, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you on the next Lions Talk Live. See you guys.